Here is a story I read, and I would love to share it with you. A jobless man applied for the position of office boy at a very big company. The employer interviewed him, then a test. Clean the floor. You're hired, the employer said. Give me your email address, and I'll send you the application to fill as well as when you will start. The man replied, I don't have a computer, neither an email. I'm sorry, said the employer. If you don't have an email, that means that you do not exist, and who doesn't exist cannot have the job. The man left with no hope. He didn't know what to do with only $10 in his pocket. Then he decided to go to the supermarket and bought 10 kilos tomatoes. Then sold the tomatoes door to door. In less than 2 hours, he succeeded and doubled his capital. He repeated the operation 3 times and returned home with $60. The man realized that he could survive this way and started to go every day earlier and returning late. Thus his money doubled or tripled every day. Shortly later, he bought a cart, then a truck, and then he had his own delivery vehicles. 5 years later, the man has a company which became one of the biggest food companies. He started to plan his family's future and decided to have a life insurance. He called an insurance broker and chose a protection plan. When the conversation was concluded, the broker asked, Do you have an email? And he said, No, I don't have an email. The broker replied, You didn't have an email and yet have succeeded to build an empire? Do you imagine what could happen if you have an email? And then the man sat silent for a while and said, I could be an office boy. What we need to learn from this story, that don't be discouraged if something isn't in your favor today.